Welcome to your mat. My name is Paul. I'm so happy to be here with you today. We are going to do a short, simple, and powerfully effective practice with lunge postures, forward folds, and some feel-good twists. It's for all levels, including beginners. You won't need any props, but if you're tighter in your forward folds, you might want to have a block or two nearby because they can come in handy. We're adding 3 new classes to the channel every week. These are short classes, mostly for all levels, with some beginner and more advanced classes as well from time to time. And these classes are to help you create a consistent habit, to show up again and again, what's called abhyasa in Sanskrit, which is a consistency over a long period of time. And this is where you get the results. And whatever it is that you're studying or practicing, this is where the growth and transformation happens. So we are delighted to offer these to you to help inspire you and to be on the mat with you on a regular basis. So thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. We'll begin our practice standing, coming to the front of your mat. Your feet hip bone distance apart, Tadasana, mountain pose. And let's connect to our breath, breathing in and out through the nose. With your inhale, reach your arms out to the side. With your exhale, lower your arms. Again, out to the sides, up overhead. So grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Lean over to the right. Look under your left arm. Just pull on the wrist. Anchor your tailbone down. And embrace the side body stretch. It's never a bad time for a side stretch. All right, inhale, rise, and switch. Left hand holds the right wrist. So you're pulling over to the left, bowing out through the right side body. Little lift to the belly. Inhale and rise up. Now exhale, fold forward from the hips. This is where you might need to bend your knees and bring your hands to a block. You could also bring hands to ankles or shins, depending on your level of flexibility. And it's really early in the practice with a deep forward fold, so modify as necessary. The main thing is to make sure that your low back is not elevated above the sacrum. If you're rounded in the back, that's where you'll bend the knees. Inhale, half forward fold. Reach your spine forward. You can go hands to shins or high on fingertips. Exhale and fold. Flowing and moving with your breath. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, step your right foot back to lunge. Lower your back knee to the floor for Anjaneyasana. And just start with your arms dangling. Front foot and back knee press down and pull towards each other as you go deeper into the front leg. Then reach arms up alongside the ears. Stay like this, or bring your left forearm to your thigh for another side bend. You could even take your left hand to a block or the floor to the outside of your left hip. This is a little bit more advanced, so it's not for everybody. Great option is forearm to the thigh. Look under your right arm. Relax your face, soften your jaw. Stay with the breath. Focused awareness on the breath. Inhale and rise. Bring hands to the floor, lift the back leg. We'll step forward, and then left leg goes back. That's a step switch. We might even have the opportunity to jump switch here pretty soon. All right, arms dangling. Front foot, back knee pull towards each other, and then stretch arms up alongside the ear. Look towards the sky. Lift your heart. Could also bring right forearm to the thigh for the side stretch. And if you'd like, maybe right hand to the floor or a block to the outside of your foot or your hip. One more breath here. In and out through the nose. Inhale and rise. Lift the back leg. Step forward. Standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, bend your knee, step your left foot back to lunge pose. Now, left hand, you could be on fingertips or hand flat to the floor, right hand to the right thigh, look over the right shoulder. Stay like this, or stretch right arm to the sky. This is definitely a feel-good type twist. Squeeze inner thighs towards the midline, and if you need to modify, you could always modify with back knee on the floor. Soften your eyes, especially the right eye. Draw your right shoulder back. With your exhale, look down. Bring your right hand to the floor. Step forward to forward fold. Bend your left knee. Keep your right leg straight or bend it slightly if you need. Walk your left hand forward between the toes and forward, forming a tripod between your feet and your hand. And then stretch right arm for the sky. Stay like this. You could also have left hand on a block. You stay with the right arm up, or maybe reach right arm behind the back into the left hip crease for a half bind. Just breathe and ground from your right hip through your right leg. Root into the earth. So good. I love a good twist. Never a bad time for a twist. Exhale and release. Fold forward. Bend knees, right foot. Step it back. Right hand flat, fingertips, or even to a block. Left arm reaching for the sky. Squeeze inner thighs towards the midline and turn from the right side of your body. Just relax, soft jaw. Feel in your body. Feel what's happening. Exhale, hand to the floor, step forward, left leg straight, right knee bends, right hand form the tripod, stretch the left arm up. Prop on a block if necessary for the right hand. And then left arm if you'd like, take it into a half bind, reaching in towards the right hip crease. Relax your jaw. Exhale and release, coming into a forward fold. Bend the knees, step your right foot back. Lizard lunge variation, both hands to the floor on the inside of your front foot. Could modify with back knee down. Stay here or consider elbows to the floor or a block if this works for you. If we're going to up level the day in a short period of time, we got to do lizard lunge. And squeeze inner thighs towards the midline. It's focused awareness. Notice how the mind throughout our practice, it might wander in 1,000 different directions. We just keep coming home again and again. Inhale, rise up. Now, you can step, jump, stumble, or crawl switch. So there's a jump. Feel free to crawl or do whatever you need to do to get to the second side. Lizard lunge, hands down, or if it feels good for you, elbows to the floor. It's breathing in and out through your nose. Consistently coming back to the breath over and over again. Next inhale, rise up, step forward, standing forward fold. Bend your left knee. Either do the tripod twist again or clasp fingers behind the back and take your hands over to the left. You could also hold a belt here to do this. We're looking over the right shoulder, grounding through the right leg. And then we'll switch. Bend the right knee. Switch the clasp of the fingers. Take the hands over to the right. Or modify right hand on the floor, left arm for the sky. Inhale and rise. Exhale, release hands to the floor. Left leg back, lunge. Back knee to the floor. Rise here. Now left arm to the outside of the right thigh. So a deeper feel-good twist. You could be here. You could also go back to left hand to the inside of the front leg. Hands in prayer position if you're to the outside. Stay like this, or if you'd like, lift your back leg off of the floor. With your breath, create space and lengthen your spine. Look over your right shoulder. Draw the right shoulder back. Inhale, release. Lower your back knee to the floor. Runner stretch, half Hanuman. Come onto the heel of the front foot. Hands on the floor or on blocks. Press the right heel down and try to pull back like you're dragging the foot back. And you'll feel your hamstring muscles fire up. Turn your belly over your thigh. Lengthen and fold. Such a beautiful, deep stretch. Relax your face. Inhale, lengthen forward. Bend your knee. Let's switch again. I'm going to do a cross switch this time. So left leg comes forward. Back knee on the floor to begin with. Twisting. Right arm to the outside of the thigh if that works. Maybe back leg off of the floor. One of the keys to stability here is to hug in towards the midline. So squeeze your inner thighs towards the central line of the mat. Tack your left hip back and then feel your belly draw in and up. With your inhalation, slowly release. Hands to the floor. Runner stretch. Press your left heel down. Pull back, engage, and fold. Two more breaths. Deep breath. And lengthen forward, bend your knee. Let's close it out with down dog. Step back. Feet hip bone distance apart. Bend your knees if you need. If your hamstrings are tighter here. And just notice how your body feels. A little bit of breath, a little bit of movement, a little bit of focus. Can totally shift the mood, shift our energy. Root your thighs back, hips up and back. Child's pose, knees to the floor. Rest your forehead down either on the floor or on the back of your hands. Let's come into Shavasana. If you've got time for a longer Shavasana, please stay for at least 5, 6, maybe even 10 minutes. And if you only have a couple of minutes, dive deeply. The key here is let go. Just let everything go, physically, mentally, whatever arises in your mind, let it go. So I'll leave you here in Shavasana. I hope you feel relaxed, calm, grounded. And thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. We'll see you for the next class. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.